here for the Singapore Grand Prix. So this is qualifying. Going to be interesting to see what the strategies are, how everything plays out. Despite the constructors being decided, there's still plenty up for grabs for the constructors after Williams took it by storm last week at Monza. So we've got the first couple of cars coming out now. So I believe that is Stitch in the Toro Rosso, going out on the hard tyre, is that? Oh no, the medium, okay. Seems like an interesting strategy choice. So Adam, what do you think are going to be the top three for today?
Ooh, I was gonna say, yeah, that's actually a good point, but yeah. Oh yeah, hi, by the way, I'm back after a few weeks, and it's actually mine and Lou's first time doing commentary together, so it's gonna be a nice thing together. But yeah, I mean, I recognise a few of these guys from all over different leagues, from HTAR, and yeah, I know Kimi Rai, I know Luca, and I'm pretty say they're gonna be pretty good bets for today. I can't remember if I raced Kimi right here a few weeks ago, but I think in terms of who I could go with the top three, I'm probably going to say it's going to be a good battle between Ingenio and Luca. So I'm probably going to say, if I forget Ingenio, is it Ingenio or Ingenio? Hang on, it's Ingenio. Sorry, I keep forgetting it. But yeah,
Ingenio, yeah, something like that.
Yeah, I was going to say, but depending on what strategy goes, what they go on, but I'll probably say if they all go on the same strategy, I'll probably say it'll be. I'm gonna make the prediction now that Ingenio is gonna take victory, but Luca and Kimi Rai will be in P2 and P3 with a close battle between them both. So it'll be interesting to see. But I mean, this circuit since it first came here in 2008, there's been a safety car in every race, and I don't really expect much difference today on that one. So I think if they the strategy for today, I think, is going to be the medium to the hards, but you might get some of these guys like Mayday Fortuno, who's actually, a very good driver as well. I think he's going to, put up a bit of a challenge to them, and it looks like he's going to go with the alternate strategy on the softs. So I think if he gets a safety car, he'll be, jumping over the moon. So it'll be interesting to see, but that's my predictions for this race, and I'm going to flip it on the head now. And who do you think the top three is going to be around here?
So I would say that I think certainly Kimi Rai, he's been very consistent throughout the whole year, and I know from last season he was very strong around this track, and if he is able to keep it clean, keep it out of the barriers, I would say he could certainly at least get the win, or at least pole, sorry. The win is obviously going to be a lot harder with other competitors like Luca, who we believe is going to be going on the medium tyre after his hard runs. But yeah, I think the top three, not necessarily in this order, will be Kimi Rai, Luca, and I think we might see a surprise performance maybe from one of the Toro Rosso boys today. So I reckon Stitch could potentially maybe get another podium today, maybe get a top three. You never know.
Yeah, I was say I know Stitch from when I did the Silverstone commentary, and he did put in a really good performance. Because I think both of them, WY6 and Stitch was driving the Toro Rossos that day, and they both had a great battle between each other. So yeah, I think they could do something as well from that, but I don't really know enough about them to say any more about them. But we'll see as we get into the next phase of qualifying, and the first time has been set is a 138 flat from Stitch, and there we go. Who was actually speaking about Toro Rosso boys, and they've just set one, so there you go, and that's actually a really good time. Let's see as Luca comes across the
must have been an invalidated time, I think.
Yeah, I was gonna say that was actually a pretty good lap on the hard as a 137. From the look of it. So, there we go. ERS Pavel, a 137.9 on the hards. That's a really good time by Pavel. Well, I can't really say anything because I did a race. I did a race round here the other day on the hards, and I was really off the pace. I think I was saying like a 139 or a very low 139 on them. And then when I went into the race, what's the turn called? It's turn 5. I shifted down too fast and I spun the car.
Oh, well done.
And No, see, this is another thing as well, and it's going to be like a bit geeky when they speak about it. Is if you run an aggressive setup on this track, because there was like me and my teammate for the night, Shonen, if you're watching, I'm going to give you some credit now. We was both using the telemetry data from our race engineer, and he was getting 2 to 3% tyre wear per lap on the hards, where I was getting about 4% each lap. And if you've got a good setup, it doesn't mean you need to be the fastest around here. If you can get, your tyre wear to be like 2 to 3% each lap, then you're going to be, laughing all the way to victory. So, yeah, that's going to be a good one. But it's like, especially in like turns. So I'm just going to get them right, like turns 5, and then turn 13. It's all you're going to be locking up, or you're going to have to brake. It's really hard to brake on the harder tires because they don't really have that much grip around here anyway. So
yeah,
that's one of the points to make about it. But we'll see. But at the minute, like saying that, sorry, I didn't notice Kimi Ryan set a
1:37.7. That's even. Oh, and we've got another pole time, another fastest time, a 1:37.492 from the Racing Point of Ciudadanos. So, good time, but on the soft. So, I don't think that time will really stand when quite a lot of the current hard runners will go onto their mediums.
Yeah, I don't think gonna. I was gonna say I wouldn't question people on the softs, but it's just putting themselves at a disadvantage already because the tyre wear is so bad around this track.
I think it's more about the tyre overheating, to be honest, because if after about 2 laps or so, like you'll be losing the rear end, even if the tyres are only about 25 to 30% wear.
Yeah.
Sorry, go on.
I was going to say, sorry, my mic cut out because of the thunderstorm outside and it's making my internet go a bit funny.
Oh, same.
Yeah, you're right though. Sorry. I'm just going to have to. I'm having a few technical difficulties. I'm not sure if you can hear it on the stream, but yeah, you're like, right. You don't even get that much and the tyres just start going off anyway. And it's honestly a bit, not what you really want. So anyway, but saying that, we'll just actually have a look. I'm just going to take a look at my prediction for the win. He's actually on the medium tyres, whereas his teammate is on the hard tyres. And he's crossed the line and goes first with a 1:37.4. Great time by Luca there on the hards. And yeah, that was like, he's already 3 tenths quicker than the next hard running Kimiro. So it's great to see Luca actually, setting a lap, and like I think, as I said again, he's been improving, over the course of this year's game and everything. So it's great to see him, doing these times, because he's come a long way since like I saw him in, other leagues and like when I first met him. So yeah, but anyway, I think Ingenio's not about to start a lap yet. He's coming up to turn 15, and no, turn 18. What? I got the track map wrong again. I don't really know any of the turn names around here, because whenever I commentate, I always have a track map, so I don't look like an idiot anymore.
Shall we just go for an onboard lap with Ingenio?
Yeah.
Okay, so braking down in towards turn 1, third gear, keeping it quite nice and tight. A little bit wide on that apex, but short shifting up to third gear to get quite nice traction. Keep the car over on the left hand side just to maximise the track space on entry to get a good strong exit on, and using up those medium tyres to good effect. DRS open on the kinked straight and braking just after the 100-meter board for turn 6, I believe, and then braking hard and first gear into this corner, and third gear for good traction. Turn in at the black box and don't touch that curb on the inside, as it's very deadly if you get up too high on it. And then braking for what used to be the good old Singapore sling, now braking and coming under the Anderson Bridge, ready for the heavy braking zone of the hairpin, and now onto a long back straight, but not too long, so don't get yourself into a full sense of security. Down for the next braking zone, second gear, short shifting back up to fourth to be able to get that good traction. Now using the engine braking to get third gear, hooking the tyres over this curb to be able to maximise the track space. Now coming under the other tunnel / bridge of the section,
bit of lock up there.
Very close to the wall. Using these curves in the final sector to be able to get a good run through the penultimate corners, and now through the final corner, chuck it in 5th gear, keep it tight to the line, and the time is a 1:36.700, a relatively competitive time.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, when you were saying that, because I didn't want to interrupt it, Kimi Rai went faster than Luca by a few well, like, just a little bit, and yeah.
Whoa.
It was great. Yeah, but in terms of, you know, everything, yeah, that was a really fast lap by Ingenio, but still Kimi Rai with that and Luca, saying, but like, that was the one thing about how Ingenio was doing it. So as he was coming through turns like turn 15 and, you know, 14, that's where you want to be, you know, using those gears. Like if you come into turn 14 too fast on the hards, your car locks up all the time, and some people, you know, always end up going in third, and it just ends up, you know, compromising their lap. But it just shows how, you know, key it is to be smooth on this track. So anyway, looking actually Luca, the other Ferrari of Luca.
Sorry for those technical difficulties just then, sorting out the stream quality, but we're going to be going now for the final couple of runs. We've got Kimi Rai with a pretty goddamn decent 35.4 on mediums, which I would expect to be pretty goddamn close to the pole time, which currently lies with Luca at a 1:35.413. So let's go on board with ERS Pavel here for the remainder of his lap.
Hey, I was gonna say it's fixed. Stream's working.
Good to
hey,
hear.
thanks, Joel. I was gonna say, I'll just say. Actually, I'm just gonna say thanks to Creature as well for I know it was him who jumped in the chat for telling us, but
Creature is Ingenio. It's just his Discord nickname.
Oh, is it Ingenio? I thought it was.
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought it. He changed it the other day to Ingenio. I think it was Ingenio.
Yeah.
I was like, who's Creature? But cool. There we go. Right then.
A little bit of a shock at the end of the session. It looks like we've got a bit of rain here. So.
Ooh, hang on, rain. I didn't see any rain. I didn't see any.
I just see a couple of drops while riding on board with Pavel. So it's going to be crucial to get these times in now. So if we've got rain for the race, then people on the softs will be absolutely set, because those tyres won't overheat. So even if they have to start on them, they'll be a lot better off, as Pavel does a 1:36.4 to go P4 for now, just ahead of Mayday Force. Let's see who else we've got towards the lower half of the grid. We've got Watch Your 6 coming through the old Singapore sling and under the bridge, and it's definitely raining. It's definitely raining harder now. It's certainly not going to be too long before enters, I wouldn't think.
Yeah, I think that's, to be honest, I think Vlad Red, Mozzarella and W6 have missed their chances now, and yeah, I think that's game over. And Luca on really good. You know, look, actually, so I was meant to say, look how close Luca and Kimi Rai are separated.
Yeah,
they are less there. Oh, and
this goes a bit wayward. Goes wayward, and I think that's his lap over. He's disappointed with himself. He's going to be starting from 15th place now, and never got a chance to get a lap in on the medium. So that's an unfortunate mistake for him to make, and that is the grid made up. Nobody else can finish their lap times. Watch Your 6, the only one remaining to cross the line. So that will be it for the session.
Yeah, I was going to say that rain. Actually, why this is literally? I'm thinking this is going to be a repeat of my race the other day, because it had rain at the end of quali, and I didn't get my lap in. But luckily I set one before, so yeah.
Yeah.
But there we go. Oh, so I think my pole predictions are a bit off here. I've got two of my guys in the top, you know, three, so I'll take that for now.
Let's hope. Well, if it can keep us, if we've got a race that can keep us on our toes in terms of a result and a little bit of carnage, then we'll be perfectly fine for the race.
Oh, I
So
see. We're endorsing Carnage, and we haven't even
yeah,
started. But I mean, it's Singapore, so take yeah,
so
take your thing. But look,
Luca on pole then, with a 135.4, like we said, and then Kimi Rai very close behind, only a gap of 700ths there. And then it's a little bit of a bigger gap to the cars behind, but then it looks to be relatively widespread, to be honest.
yeah,
Probably due to the rain just causing carnage for everyone's laps and just not allowing them to get the proper time that they would have wanted.
yeah, and clearly that's kind of screwed everyone over a bit with the laps, and it looks like this is going to be a straight fight between Kimi Rai and Luca off the line, unless Stitch can get in the mix on the start. But I believe, like I said, there is going to be a safety car or a VSC on that one. I'm 100% sure of it. If I'm not, then I'm gonna, be screwed. I was gonna say I will be doing something
We'll all
goofy.
be in shock. We'll all be in
I,
absolute shock if there's no
I,
safety car that one.
I'll denounce my commentating ability. Well, I already should do that anyway. Yeah. I'm still gonna say that I hope for a clean race, but I really do hope. I mean, I do think there's going to be a safety car, but when, I don't know.
So here we are about to go off for the formation lap. So I think it's probably about time to make any changes, if you wish, to your race suggestions in terms of predictions for where everyone will finish. So what do you think will be the top three, and how many safety cars will we have?
Okay, right then, top three. I'm gonna go Luca. Actually, I'm keeping the top three the same, but I'm gonna say Luca, Win, Kimi Rai in second, and Ingenio in fourth. I'm gonna predict the top five. Mayday Force in fourth, and then Pavel in fifth.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep it as it is, apart from Ingenio outside the top. So yeah, I'm like I said, I don't know all these drivers, but I know enough of them to kind of make some sort of prediction. But yeah, I mean, if you wanna put some, if we're gonna talk about casino currency on the server here, you want to change your predictions, whoever gets it right, kind of gets a bit of currency in there. I mean,
Okay. So I would say that Kimi Rai will be P3, I'm gonna say, and then I don't think Luca will win, to be honest. I mean, he is very strong at this track, and I know that from past experience, but I think we're gonna have a surprise winner today, and I think it's gonna be Mayday Force.
Okay, right then. I was gonna say sticking it all over, but I was gonna say, like, I know this is the thing, but Luca, he's sometimes like his technical things can get in the way, and that's just like nothing to do with his racing ability, because that's unquestionable. But
Yeah.
he can be beaten sometimes by technical force, technical stuff. But I believe he won't. We think, oh yeah, we forgot one thing: safety cars. How many?
I'm gonna say 2.
We're not counting VSCs. I'm gonna go. Okay, I'm going. See, I can't pick 2 because you already did. Because I wanted to as well.
I mean, you can if you really believe.
Alright, I believe 2. 2, yeah. Anyway, let's get on with it.
So here we are, preparing for the race. We've got 1 light, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, and 5 lights. HTAR Singapore, it's lights out, and away we go. The Alfa Romeo at the back gets a very good start, but it's an even better one from Kimi Rai, he's got the inside line into turn 1. Oh, and he's been spun. Kimi Rai spins round at turn 1. What a disastrous start for the Williams, man.
Oh, we have wing damage at the back. That looks like Haas plate that's gone flying, but it looks like everyone. Yeah, 40.
Oh, and there's a Toro Rosso. Oh, the Toro Rosso.
So,
Oh, what carnage off the start. We've got a virtual safety car. So not quite one to add to the tally yet. And that was Stitch.
Saber and looks. Oh no. Yep. Saber and Stitch have got You know, massive wing damage. I didn't see what happened to Kimiwai, but that's absolutely ruined my predictions. Actually, no, it's ruined yours as well, so we're both just as bad as each other at the minute. But I didn't really see what happened, but luckily it doesn't look like he's got any damage. But that's really unfortunate for Kimiwai. Like, he had the pace to win it. And, well, I think now, the question is, can he get a recovery drive through this field? But the problem is that it can happen here. The virtual safety car, people are different. Stefan Sieber has retired from the session by the look of it. But anyway, sorry, we're actually back underway and I haven't actually realised that. But is that someone making a move? Oh, Ingenio gets. Retirement. Jadus goes into the wall.
Just a little bit deep. Oh, such a shame. Just such an easy mistake to make. Oh, it's as soon as you lose the rear end through that corner, you're just gonna go sliding into the barriers. It's such an unfortunate.
Oh no!
How have we've lost another one. There's another crash.
He's just gone into the Chandok place. Yeah. I see. Ingenio's got wing damage as well. Ingenio's got no wing. My predictions have gone out the window. Oh no.
I reckon he's going to be going on to hards to try and stick it out to the end of the race here.
Yeah. Like there's been a few lap incidents, but looking at this, Kimirai is doing great. He's already back up to P11 all the way from the back of the field, and he's going for it now with Orlando Fusco. Sorry if I butchered his name, Orlando. And but look at if you go on WY6 is having a look at Fausto, yeah. Actually saying that, Rafiki will is also having a look. Looks like there's a battle as starting to spice up here, so really good to see. But anyway,
so
at the top,
carry on.
I was going to say at the top it looks like Mayday Force and Pavel are losing a bit of ground to Luca, but Mayday Force is closing in on Pavel. But that's about it. I'll let you carry on for now.
Yeah, it's certainly noticeable that Mayday Force is closer to the distance between Pavel and Mayday Force is certainly smaller than Luca and Pavel. So, I mean, despite the gaps not probably being too representative from what you can see on stream, but I think it's still relatively accurate. So the gap just about 9/10 as Pavel does a little bit of a cheeky corner cut there. But Luca certainly looking good from the start.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, I should have made the comment, but look how the gap over Mayday Force to Heath is now six seconds. And I was like, see, this happened to me in a race the other day as well. Like, I got a bad start, admittedly, and this is my own stupid fault, but under this VSC, because of just, how many people you've got to negotiate. Well, Kimirai is getting past so now for P9, and he's going to take him on the outside into turn 5.
Beautiful
that was really good move. Kimirai charging through the field at this rate, but what I was saying was it compromises your race, and it effectively killed mine because the guys in front then decided to crash, and that was the end of that. But anyway, looking at this, Mayday Force is closing in on Pavel and doing actually pretty well to will bring this gap down. We're only on lap 3 of 31 anyway, but the top 3 are actually staying to each other. It's going to be interesting to see because these guys are the same strategy, and it's going to be interesting to see how these guys carry on for this. So let's carry on for the next 27 laps and see how they do. But it looks like Luca's kind of pulling out like a tinsy bit of a gap, each time, but it's not really enough to make a gap move at the minute. But anyway, we've still got 40. Oh my god! I thought WY6 then was spinning all over the place, but I was just twitching all over the place because of his, and I thought he spun. But saying this, Kimirai now is on the back of Vlad Red, and looks like with Vlad Red he's having a bit of Vlad Red goes really wide, and looks like Kimirai can now pounce. He'll have the DRS going into turn 1, but also Vlad Red will have the DRS going into turn 1. Is Kimirai going to make the move? No, he is not. He's going to wait till he gets onto turn 2. So let's see how he shifts down. Shifts down into second. Keeps it hanging a bit longer, but no, hang on, sorry, I was looking at the wrong car. I was looking at Vlad Red's gear one, but anyway, let's have a look at Kimi right behind. It looks like the Vlad's, just getting Raiki will. I was getting the cars mixed up as well. Everyone's going to be like, what is this race? Is this guy washing? But it looks like these guys are catching up to the pack in front, because it looks like Heath and Sejour's is holding everyone up, and then these guys ahead. It looks like Kimi Rai could actually already be back up to full position, but there's already a 10-second gap to the top three, and all I can say is at the minute is Kimi Rai really does need to get past these guys to stand any chance of getting
podium, top two. Maybe?
Yeah, sorry. Looks like he's got a better exit out of this turn. He's still using his DRS to try and get him, but Raiki Wolf, he's not even using his DRS. Oh my God, Kimi Rai was thinking about it, but he doesn't. He just can't get the move, because look at these guys ahead. Heath now is the one causing everyone to be held up because of his tyres, and
those softs really not proving a wise choice.
Yeah, and as like I was saying, look how when he goes into turn 18, look how he's made a mistake, and he's oh my God, that was
a little bit of rubbing and racing there. And is Heaton going to be pulling off his pace? Not quite yet. Must want to be extending that stint as long as possible to be able to make it more comfortably on the hards. And Vlad Red eases past the Haas driver. Oh, and the Toro Rosso hits him. Toro Rosso hits him.
Oh, that's going to be terrible for his race, because that means he's got wing damage and he was on the hards. Oh, it's really bad for WI6. But oh my God, he's having a bit of a moment. Is Kimi Rai going to get past him? Yeah, he does. Thank God, he just got past him safely. But that looks like this train is. Oh my God. Heath has had a bit of a moment. Oh my God!
Must have just been a lapse of concentration. I think he just hit the inside wall on. I think that's Raffles Boulevard. That little kink on the straight, and he must have just hit the inside wall there from a lack of concentration, maybe.
Yeah, because he clearly, I didn't expect that. Like I said, I thought my internet was jumping, and he completely went. But saying that, it's allowed the Alphas to get past. But yeah, at what cost? I don't know at the minute, but. See, Kimi Rai now, he's going to follow them, but Valky Wolf looks like he's Rafiki Wolf. Sorry, what I call him, Wolf. Looks like he's going out. And what the worrying thing is about not about the Alphas, that these guys, on the alternate strategies, and they're battling with the guys on the hards. I think have got the option now to sorry, what is it?
Try an undercut.
Yeah, trying an undercut on. No, well, he's got the option to stand the softs to the end if there's a safety car, because he can go all the way, but I don't recommend it.
Oh there's a bit of contact with Kimi Rai, and Rafiki Wolf goes into the wall, gets damage, and that's so unfortunate. He was right in that battle, very very high up in a decent position, scoring good points, and unfortunately he just Kimi Rai just hits the back of him there, and no doubt that Kimi Rai would have to be put at fault.
Yeah, I think he just didn't see him. It's just like the slightest little tap. Doesn't look like has Kimi Rai got any damage though from that.
Oh,
I can't tell.
There's no visual damage from what I can see from the offboard. But
no, he's not. Oh, sorry, I was going to say he's going to get him going now into turn 6 and
get down the inside of Vlad Red, and very easily done, very nicely done, very straightforward move.
Oh, sorry, Mayday Force almost went into a wall then. Coming round turn 15, and Kimi Rai gets a 3-second time penalty, but Orlando Fausto has been passed by Mozzarella at the back, and Mozzarella is now
up into P8.
Yeah, and that's what I was going to say. It was pretty interesting to see, but the only way some of these guys are going to even be brought back into this race if there's a safety car. But I mean, on lap 1 there was a few questionable moments where there wasn't any safety cars. When there should have been, but we'll see. But I think the battle kind of to say at the minute to watch is for the P2. Always, I think Pavel might have just got a warning there, to be honest. So
I think what he's trying to do is just stay relatively close.
Oh my God! I was going to say he's doing a bit of Colin McRae there.
I was just going to say that he's just saving up a little bit of ERS, saving his tyres, and that's certainly not going to do his tyres any good with that massive slide, but well held from the Mercedes. I wouldn't expect him to really be trying to go for many overtakes, because all he really needs to do for now, because this is the longest race on the calendar, he just has to stick behind, keep his tyres in good check, good amount of fuel, good amount of ERS, and then when it comes to the later stages of the Grand Prix, he just needs to attack when the moment is right, and be able to hold on to that position with ease, and not have to worry too much about defending, and head on with the rest of his race.
Yeah, I mean, like I'm watching it now.
Oh, and McLaren's gone. Fausto, he's gone. He's gone into the wall. Oh, that's... Did he get damage from that? I don't see any damage, so I think he'll be alright.
Actually, yeah, he's actually come away with no damage. A very lucky boy there to do that. But saying that, there's actually a battle going on for P12 now. The two guys who had a few comings together.
Stitch and Heaton then. So I reckon the hard tyres on Stitch's car will be able to get to the end, but I don't think Heaton has gone onto the right tyre. Those tyres will be able to, well, might just about be able to last, but on a very, very tight schedule, and he'll have to save those tyres a lot.
I mean, he'll have to work around the safety car as well. Right, and saying that, sorry, Pavel gets a penalty, and I was just looking at him a few laps ago, and he seemed to be doing okay. You know, he'd only got one warning, so he must have had a moment and picked up a few more warnings, and yeah, not really what he was wanting, because now he's the first in the top three to pick up a penalty, and I know he's going to be in the top three, but that's going to prove costly at the end of this race for sure. So yeah, let's see how they do carry on. But he's oh my god, sorry, he is actually closing onto Mayday Force now, and he is a lot closer than he is. Oh, Mayday Force, a bit of a lockup, and that could open the door.
Wide.
Oh, go on,
He's gone round the
Mayday
outside,
Force.
going
Mayday
for the switch
Force
back.
got wing. Sorry, Mayday Force has got wing damage. Mayday Force has got wing damage, and Pavel does.
He sailed round the outside. What a beautiful overtake from the Mercedes man. I think Mayday Force is just going to be saving, just going to have to limp that car back to the pits, get a fresh set of hard tyres on, go for a new wing, and so that he can take those to the end, and just try not to replicate the mistake he made.
Yeah, for sure. Like, I don't even know where he got the wing damage, so Mayday Force must have made a mistake, because he just closed up by 1 whole second, and now Mayday Force has probably got to go to about, I'd say, 2 more laps on these tyres now, unless he wants to pit now, you know, try and minimise damage, because at least, luckily, he is in a window where he can pit, you know, without having to change, unless he wants to push that another few laps or something. I think
he could probably make it to the end. Is he gonna pit? Yeah, that's in. So into the pits comes Mayday Force.
Oh, he gets a 10-second time penalty for being speeding track limit. So I didn't even see he did anything wrong. He didn't do anything. He
went into. He may have gone into the pit slightly odd, but I wouldn't have seen anything that was too dodgy for him.
He got a 10-second time penalty, and I'm like, yeah, no. But that makes absolutely no sense.
But in other news, Kimi Wright is closing up quite rapidly to the back of Sears. Obviously, Sears on mediums. He's started on those, and I reckon Kimi Wright will be closing up to with him in just a couple of laps time, maybe, or he may pit and obviously go for the undercut, because he is going to be pitting first off of his mediums. As Sears got a little bit loose there out of turn 6, I believe, so Kimi Wright comfortably in the DRS. Oh, Heaton's out. Virtual safety car. Another virtual safety car.
Yeah, I was going to say, I didn't see, I think he's crashed on the final turn, because he's just over the line. I can't see anyone near him, so he must have dropped it by himself. And oh no, here WI6 gets a drive-through penalty for speeding under the virtual safety car. His race is just going from bad to worse.
Everyone's race seems to be going from bad to worse, except for mainly Luca and Pavel. Those two are absolutely dominating the field right now. Yours,
did something happen to Pavel? Because I don't remember him being 10 seconds off Luca. Oh, hang on. He's going to use this to make his pit stop, and
same for Luca. onto the
Yeah.
hards he goes. It's the perfect time to put onto hards, pretty much. So there is literally no reason for people not to be pitting as the virtual
I'm
safety
just
car
gonna say
goes.
this: Mayday Force could jump Pavel in the pits. Oh my God, this has worked out. No, sorry, this wasn't Mayday Force. I'm an idiot. It was the other Red Bull.
Oh, but Sjors is now leading the race on his old hards. Obviously, nice to see that he is in the lead, but I fear it won't be for too long, considering he's going to have a rampaging Ferrari on the back of him in a couple of laps' time with his new hards. As Mozzarella, I think he sped into the pits there, so that seems a little bit unfortunate, but
Yeah.
he's just going to have to work his race around that penalty now.
Yeah, I was
And
gonna
he's
say I
gone
don't
onto the
think.
soft tyre. He's gone onto the softs. That is a
Interesting.
very, very interesting strategy.
I was gonna say I don't think for Kimi Rai coming out behind the McLarens was not what he wanted,
No.
because he's now got to clear these guys, but I think he'll actually dispatch Fouts, so no, not now, unless he wants to have a
Okay,
little dive. Oh my!
He's going to have a much better run. Oh, but Fausto just about closes the door there.
I was gonna say, but yeah, I was gonna say you can tell he's
Oh,
gonna try
Fausto's
and go
gone deep, and that's a beautiful switchback. Beautiful capitalization on the mistake from the McLaren. They're still side by side into the Singapore sling, so he's gonna have to leave him space, and he does. Very cleanly past the McLaren.
I didn't know it was actually called the Singapore Sling, to be honest.
Well, it was the Singapore sling.
Yeah, I was gonna say many of the names can be used for this track of Crashgate or whatever you want to call it, but I prefer the Singapore Sling. To be honest, but saying that, Kimi Rai is coming back at Fausto, not Fausto,
Orlando Furioso, yeah.
Oh, he's actually going to make the move into turn 18, but he does
not quite.
He, like I said, it's going to cost him a little bit overtaking these guys, but God, yeah, Orlando's tyres are probably gone, but
yeah,
he's gonna. I thought Orlando was about to come into the pits then, but it looks like. Oh no! Orlando actually almost spun, but now he loses his position to his teammates.
As Luca gets past Sjors back for the lead of the race, and he has got a very comfortable gap over the nearest car who's pitted. I believe that's about 11 seconds, so Luca looking absolutely untouchable here, not to put the commentator's curse on him, but he is looking absolutely set. If he could keep his concentration up, keep it out of the barriers, then he's looking to have a very good chance of the race win today.
Yeah, sorry, Ingenio's about to make a move on not Mayday Force, no Fausto, turn 6. Yeah, turn 7
Danny
now.
Inside, switch back, little bit of contact, rubbing his racing as they always say, not quite able to get past on this occasion. He just looks to be held up so much on by the McLarens on their old hards. It seems they seem to be in mobile chicane. He's going to go for he's gone for a little gap, but not quite able to stick it in there. Is he going to go for a Massa-esque dive into the hairpin? He is. Oh, there's contact. The McLaren slows. That was very aggressive, but I wouldn't want to make any calls on that. But I wouldn't. I don't want to comment on that. To be like, it seems like a fair dive, but it was a bit aggressive.
I wouldn't say any more on it. Now, but like I can say, it was a bit far back. But I know there was wheel banging.
As Pavel gets past Vlad Red in the Alfa Romeo as well.
Yeah. He gets past him easy because he's on his old tyres, but I was gonna say, like, I think he had to make the move then because he was getting held up so much. It cost him, but what that's done is it's split the McLarens. It actually worked to Fausto's advantage. So there you go. Yellow flag. Yellow flag.
Has someone had a spin or an incident? I don't think so. I think that
Mozzarella.
Yeah. Did he have damage?
Yeah, he's got front wing damage, unfortunately.
He's got to pit for hards this time. There's no way he can make any other tyre really stretch to the end of Grand Prix. He's got a penalty. Oh, he's serving his 5-second penalty from earlier as well. What tyres does he go on to? Okay, he's gone onto the hards and getting his wing changed. So
we have another yellow flag somewhere. Don't know what for this time. I really can't see, but
doesn't look to be anything, I would say. But
Yeah,
Mozzarella finally on those hards, so he's going to be looking set to the end of the race to go on those, as long as he keeps his front wing out of the barriers. As Fausto then then got a 3-second penalty, and Lucas.
Oh,
Oh,
so he's got wing damage. That's why there was a yellow flag, I believe.
yeah, he's lost so much time to his teammate Orlando Furioso, as the gap was about 3 seconds and now it's just over 1. In fact, it's getting even smaller and smaller. Is the other McLaren's going to be able to go for a battle? Yeah, that understeer from Fausto looks very, very, very poor. Like, his front wing must be very badly damaged because he's going very slowly through some of these corners.
Yeah, for sure. The only way he can get any better, I don't think he's gonna have to pit.
Yeah,
now,
he's gone into the pits. He's gonna. I think the only option he's really got is to try and stretch out some mediums to the end of the race.
Yeah, because I was gonna say he's like in no man's land at the minute. If you get wing damage on the hards the first few laps, you're kind of screwed.
Yeah.
And let's see what tire he goes on. His team wasn't even ready. They just come back the garage now. I think he must have been serving his penalty or something.
It seems to be a visual glitch, but he's gone on to medium, so I think that's the only option he really had to be able to get to the to try and get to the end of the race. But obviously that front wing damage is going to be costing him time and places.
Yeah, for sure it was like, costing him, so much time already under the stuff. So anything, but yeah, hey ho, let's see how we go towards the end. But Mayday Force is now, climbing up to P4, and Mayday Force is actually oh my god, Vlad Red having a bit of a laggy moment there.
Yeah.
Coming up to turn 19 now as they cross the under the tunnel. But Vlad Red, look how close. He's on 7 lap older mediums. You wouldn't really think that be that much difference in the tires,
and he gets an excellent run out of the final corner down the inside for the first corner, and that's a very straightforward pass for the Red Bull driver.
Yeah, for sure. Now it's like hang on, sorry, I was gonna say I thought there was another battle on track, but it was a Vlad behind on the older tyres. But yeah, Vlad's gonna have to pit soon anyway. I'll probably pit in the next 7 laps, to get that pit stop done, and yeah, he can just go to the ends. But I don't think in terms of anything is really much gonna happen at the minute until the next few pit stops, until everyone changes their tyres over. So yeah,
it's actually quite interesting to be able to see how much Luke has actually pulled away from Seals on only 9 lap fresher hards, when these hards can go for pretty much the whole race. I mean, that's certainly what Junior's trying, but I feel like that he's actually gonna be struggling a little bit towards the end of his hard stint. But when he gets those mediums on, he's gonna be absolutely flying through the field.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, he's got to come through. He's still 7 seconds ahead, and he's actually 15 seconds ahead. Sorry, my bad. Of second, but he hasn't even got any penalties. He's pretty much all Luke has got to do is keep it on track then,
and out of the barriers.
Yeah, exactly, and he's got this easily in the back, and unless anything happens like a safety car, then he's not getting a chance. And God, we was useless with the safety cars because there's only been virtual safety cars at the minute. Oh God. But saying this, I can't jinx anything because none of our guys that we said would finish in the top 3 are in the top 3, and I've actually gone. Well, actually, no, I don't know how we're going to work this. We'll speak about that after.
Well, Lucas certainly was one of our top 3 predictions for today, and thank God he's proving us right. At least we have some sort of sanity.
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna say it's the commentator's curse actually saying that, because Luca is my prediction to win. He's got 15 laps, come on, to do it. So hopefully he can get to the end and Yeah, but like I don't. Ingenio, it was just unfortunate that he got wing damage, and then Kimi Roy obviously got tapped from behind. But Kimi Roy actually will be actually guaranteed a P4 at the minute if he carries on this current trajectory. So
Yeah, he's just closing up to Vladrez right at the moment. Gap's actually been shrinking very, very fast. In this lap alone, it's come down by over a second, like at least. So those new hearts clearly serving the Williams driver well.
yeah, for sure. He seems like he's got pace on either tyre at the minute, but what the interesting thing is going to see is you know, how these guys get on the tyres, because we've already seen the McLaren struggling on the tyres. Sorry, Stitch and Orlando Foso are now in a battle with each other. Oh, there's Stitch spins.
Oh,
And,
has he got any damage? I can't from the current view I've got. Oh, he's got front left end plate damage. He's going to be pitting again. Oh, that's such a shame for him. He's probably going to have to go on to. Oh, he's probably.
Give me right. Vlad Red. Sorry, yeah.
He's
probably.
Is
he
it?
can probably. I was going to say he can probably go on the mediums till the end here, but I wouldn't still recommend it. But the thing is, like, what option have you got really at this point?
I think I think he may want to take a gamble and go for mediums. Like right now, he's not looking in a very good position at all. He's only just with it inside the points. He's got damage. He's going to have to pit again. So why not go for mediums? He's got nothing to lose in this race. So why not just fit those mediums on and just have a risk? Just take some risk in this race. If there's another safety car later on, then he'll be able to close up to the field, save those tyres under the safety car, make them work, and he'll be on the fresher compound.
Yeah, for sure. He just needs to get these all the way to the end, but like it's just impossible around here. I mean, like WY6, he's like, I know he's in P10, but I don't think he can get to the end on those, and I think that's going to be his chance of points gone today. Yeah. But we'll see. But saying that, he's actually closing on Rafiki, and yeah, like I said, this is where it's going to be hard. He's going to have the pace against Rafiki now. He's going to jump him as Mayday Force gets a 3-second time penalty. But what the issue is yeah, he needs to sorry, I can't find the words. Not keep his tyre degradation down and actually, you know, be able to battle towards the end. But we've still got 13 laps to go, and anything can happen, like a safety car or anything. But I think that's what kind of Vlad Red is praying for at the minute with his tyres, because Ingenio and these guys have still got to pit. But
I don't think actually Ingenio has to pit, 'cause he pitted lap 1
oh, you're right.
onto hards. I reckon,
you're right.
Considering how well I know him, especially for his tyre saving and tyre management, I reckon he's going to get those hards to the end of the race and potentially still take something like a decent P5.
Sorry, yeah, I was going to say WY6 was having a look then out of turn 1, but he thinks better of it for now. His ERS is, let's have a look at Rafiki's ERS.
It's a little bit better. Rafiki on about 10%, and What's Your 6 has about 35-36%, so he's going to be deploying most of that on this straight, using DRS slipstream to power past the Alfa Romeo, and a very easy move on the inside for turn 6. Oh, but he's gone a bit deep, so the Alfa Romeo will be coming back at him, not quite able to get the move done. Oh, very close to the wall for the Alfa Romeo on exit, but unfortunately loses the place of the Toro Rosso.
Yeah, so one thing I've noticed as well coming out of turn 8, everyone on the hards like Rafiki then, the understeer that they've had all the way through this is it's kind of like what I was experiencing as well. Like, I think it's just, I'm not sure if it's everyone, but the hard tyres just seem not to have any good grip to this track, to be honest, at all. So it's best sometimes just to stay off them.
Yeah.
In all honesty, so...
So we've now got Pavel on the back of Sewers, who hasn't made his pit stop. Going to go to the inside, not too much of a hard affair, don't lock up the brakes, and it's a very clean move past the Red Bull driver. Any other close battles? It's Kimi Rai, or actually Mayday Force is catching up to his teammate. The gap's only 1.7 as he's got a yellow in sector 1.
Yeah, I was gonna say WY6 just had a bit of a moment.
Oh,
Coming out of the
Ingenio
corner.
spun.
Oh no.
That's tragedy. Oh no, he's got no wing, complete wing off, and that looks to be a horrible mistake. It's gonna cost him pretty badly. It looks like I don't think he's actually driving.
Safety car! Safety car!
Yes.
Yes!
Okay.
Yes!
We're
This is
safe.
gonna.
We're
This is
safe.
gonna. I was
This is
gonna
gonna
say.
get good. This
Right.
is. Get your popcorn
Orlando,
out, lads.
Orlando Foso gets a drive-through penalty.
Oh,
Oh no.
unlucky.
Yeah, I was gonna say we're saved.
Time to get the popcorn out for a 10-lap sprint to the end. So everyone's got to be pitting onto a fresh set of medium tyres. It's stupid to not do it. If you're trying to get track position over your rivals, considerable, maybe 3 or 4 positions, then maybe it's worth staying out on your hards. But everyone's got to be pitting for new medium tyres.
Yeah, I mean, like literally, gotta see how well these guys now are gonna go all the way to the end, but it is gonna be interesting to see. Like, I think actually this safety car has actually done really well. I think it must have been Ingenio spun that caused it, but
Yeah.
oh my god, Orlando Foso, what the heck is going on?
I think maybe the McLaren got wing damage. What on earth is happening here? Everybody's getting past the Ferrari of Ingenio. Everyone's having illegal overtakes for no reason at all. Oh, the McLaren's broken his wing on the rear of the Ferrari, I think.
Yeah, oh my god.
And he got a 5-second penalty for... Oh my... Jeez. This race just...
Yeah,
This race got turned up to the hottest level. Put the oven on for the chicken. We're gonna be waiting a while before we get to delete on it.
Who this has hurt is Luca.
Yeah,
a lot.
He had the absolute lead of dreams, about 15 to 16 seconds, and now unfortunately that's been completely cut. So he's going to be vulnerable to those behind. So Pavel, in fact, Shores has benefited massively from this. He's now in 3rd place. He was on old hards, yet to make a stop onto a set of either the medium or soft, so he would have had to have pit at some point, and that safety car was the absolute perfect time for him to do it. And now he's jumped ahead of his teammate. Ingenio has decided to retire from the session. As Stitch, as the last couple of cars go off their old hards and onto a new set of mediums for this.
I'm just gonna have a look. Oh god damn it, Kimi Riders have a penalty. I'll see what the top 3 results were. Actually, if this carries up, Luca's 1 warning away from a penalty. Pavel's got a lot. Actually, Kimi Rider could be back in contention for the victory here.
Yeah, he's only got 1 penalty so far, and he hasn't. Over the last few laps, he's had no warnings whatsoever. Last warning he had was lap 6. We're now on lap 18 of the race, so he is looking very good for a top 2 at least.
Yeah, and actually, no, I was gonna say my top 2 predictions ain't gonna be back on because one of mine has just retired. So hey ho, let's see what happens. But yeah, not really what we needed from. Well, what we needed was the safety car, but like I said, it's flipped. Vlad Red's strategy has worked wonders now because he could just carry on and he got the safety car that he wanted. But like we said, the top runners not what they wanted, and it has completely screwed them over. But Kimi Rai, if he can actually get onto the podium after that spin at turn 1, he will be,
beaming with his performance today.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely elated. Because going for it's basically a last question mark challenge. If he can still win this race by overtaking Luca and hoping Luca gets some sort of penalty, then that would be the absolute race of dreams. But I don't really think that anyone will really be able to touch Luca, considering the pace and absolute consistency he's been able to show us today.
Yeah, I mean, like, he was him and Kimi Rai that was, battling out all the way. So I'm pretty sure it's going to be those two that are going to be fighting for this victory. But like I said, I'm not taking anything away from Shaw's. He's completely he's just come from nowhere, and like you said, he'd come and he's done. Look how well he's done in terms of getting onto the podium. So yeah,
Yeah.
great to see that as well.
I mean, if hard medium wasn't already the best strategy around here for starting outside the top 10, now it became even better because of this safety car, particularly for this race, of course. But after the safety car, who do you think? Or let's have a mid-race prediction update. Who do you think can now win this, and what will the top 3 be?
I'm gonna say Luca for the win, Kimi Räikkönen for P2, and then P3.
I would say it'll be a battle between Sjors, Pavel, and Mayday Force for that final podium position.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say Pavel's probably gonna lose it on penalties, so I'm gonna go Shaw's on the podium. So I don't think. Hang on, let me just check if he hasn't got any penalties. Then yes, Shaw is gonna have my He's got no penalties, so I'm going for him in the final podium spot. Well, I think Pavel will lose on penalties.
Oh, okay. Bold call. I would say it's still nowhere near the end. There's still plenty of time for other people to just turn that little bit too early, especially with fresher tyres compared to what they were used to in the previous stint. But I think it's certainly not over yet. But I would say top 3 will be Luca, Kimi Rai, and then, like I said, a battle for the final podium spot between Pavel, Mayday Force, and Sjors.
Yeah, I'm going to say that as well. So anyway, let's get into it. I believe the safety car will be in this lap.
Considering Fausto's pretty much the last car to have to catch up, and we're only in Sector 1. He can see those cars ahead now, so I'm 99% sure that the safety car will be in this lap. Oh, was that a 5-second penalty for Rafiki under the safety car? That's an odd one.
I didn't see what happened, but it doesn't look like much happened at the minute because
it said 5-second penalty for exceeded track limits. I know from previous experience that it is possible to get random 5-second penalties for, like, if you're not paying attention under the safety car, just a minor, just one tyre, just a millimetre past that white line, and you can be given a 5-second penalty by the game. So, to be honest, I'm not that surprised at that penalty. But let's see. Yeah, safety car is in this lap, so it'll be Luca backing the field up, backing everyone up to cool their tyres off, try and make their tyres cold, keep the cars at a certain pace to let the safety car go, and to get racing at the end of lap 21, at the start of lap 22, so that we have 10 laps remaining of this race for a 10-lap showdown on those medium tyres. Every single person on a new set of mediums, and it's just a 10-lap sprint.
Yeah, I was going to say Luca now has got to just control and pick when he wants to go, because around here it's pretty much slipstream central. So he's just got to pick his moment, correct when he's about to go, and I'm just going to see when he's about to gun it, and I'm just going to ride on board.
He's in mix 3 and he's gone. He has gone. Luca is away, and we are resuming the race here in Singapore. Has anyone got a particularly good... Oh, the Red Bull lost a little bit of time to his teammate, I believe. And we've got Orlando Furioso in the pits, which is a very...
I think he had a bit of a I think he had a speeding...
Yeah, must have.
I think sure. I was gonna say on the safety car restart, the Red Bull was sleeping a bit because all that done is allow Pavel and Luke to get away. But Pavel looks really charged on this safety car restart as the comes down into turn 6. But now is he actually gonna get past Luke as he gets really nice. That's nice, and Luke actually starting to feel a bit pressure from the look of it.
Yeah,
and the top 5 could be in with the great shout here of victory, but Luca, oh god, he's under a lot of pressure now. So let's see how he does. Luca, he's Pavel is, Oh my God, Pavel is actually, going for it. Is he gonna? Luca's not. Luca's only using his ERS now on the straight. He's still got a lot more ERS than Pavel. He's still got 21%. But
yeah,
yeah. But saying that, what the Red Bulls are now, Kimi Roy's actually okay. Kimi Roy's on the back of Mayday. Oh my God, Kimi Roy! I went on board and he almost went into the back of Mayday Force, and yeah. But I'm sorry, but up front, Pavel is getting so close to Luca. This is unreal at the minute, and I didn't. Oh, Luca looks like he's got a bit of better traction coming out of that turn, and looks like this.
To be honest, I think what Luca should do is just ramp up the ERS, ramp up the fuel, use it all now to create a gap, and then once he's out of that 1 second window, Pavel doesn't have the DRS for the following laps, then he can save ERS if needed. Because this is no longer a marathon race. This is just 10 laps. You've got 10 laps to make up positions over your rivals, as I think Mayday Force is going to try and do.
I was going to say, Mayday Force is actually going for it now.
Side by side, the two Red Bulls. That doesn't look to be too hard fought from Sjors.
He's got no time penalties, hasn't he? So he's not really going to risk it. But whereas, actually saying that as well, Luca doesn't really need to risk it because he's got no penalties either. But yeah, so like Mayday Force and Pavel have got to get a move on, so I can see why Pavel's pushing, to beat Luca, and yeah. Oh my God.
And Sjors picked up the penalty.
That is commentator's curse for you 101. But let's see how Kimi Roy does. But Sjors looks like he gets such better exit.
He's going to have to wait until the next straight, I think. So that'll be at the end of Sector 3 and the start of lap 24 of this Singapore Grand Prix. So Mozzarella is actually closing up quite considerably on Rafiki Wolf. He's not too far behind. I reckon if he gets a good clean exit out of the final couple of corners, he may be able to get a solid run and potentially be side by side with him into that turn 1. So if Rafiki gets a poor exit, the Racing Point man will be looking to pounce at any opportunity he is given.
Yeah, what I'm looking at as well is Luke is actually setting the fastest laps, but how close Pavel's actually keeping up to him, which is kind of great. But I think Kimi Roy is going to go for it on Sjors. But he's getting closer and closer each time. But Sjors just keeps getting better traction out of the turns. But actually, this could be it for Sjors now. I think Kimi Roy has got him.
With the DRS, it's going to be very easy move. Ran the outside. Very forceful, but I think he's going to have the inside. Yeah, he's going to have the inside for the next corner. Sjors looking for a switchback. He's a little bit alongside, but I don't think alongside enough to warrant space. So that is Kimi Roy up into position 4.
Oh my God!
Oh, Pavel crashed!
Pavel! Oh no! What happened to Pavel?
Virtual safety car.
Pavel, where is Pavel? I'm just trying to have a look.
I think he just clipped the inside wall of the Singapore Sling. It was just he's just turned in a little bit too early, hit that inside wall, and into the barriers he went on the outside of that corner.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. That is such crap luck. He was on for it. He was on
to challenge Luca, but now with just a slight lapse in concentration, he has completely bottled it, as many an F1 YouTuber would love to say. But yeah, he is unfortunately out of the race when he was looking so good as well. He was looking as a strong challenger for the win today. Yeah,
for sure, and it's honestly just not gone his way. How do you say it? Yeah, he was looking so well to be onto it, and
we're now gonna go racing again. Sjors having a look on Kimi Roy, still keeping up relatively well, but not quite there. So not quite close enough to go for the inside into someone, as Mozzarella does get past Rafiki off of the virtual safety car restart and is now up into 7th place.
Yeah, he's getting a lot closer to he's he's getting a lot closer, as you said, and Sjors is actually not. Oh, Sjors gets a bit of I was about to say he's getting closer to him, Kimi Roy, but it's like Kimi Roy is actually pulling away from him now. But yeah, like, oh sorry, we'll actually go back to the battle for P7 now because this is actually quite an entertaining battle. Because look at these guys are pretty much separated by less than a second all the way up to P6. So he's getting close, but P5 is also not out of the question for these guys. But after WY6, I think he got a drive through in the safety car. How many times he's been around? It's actually great to see him. You know, he's actually in close contention. This
Rafiki got a very poor exit out of that corner. I don't know if he'll even be in the DRS by the next detection point, especially considering how low his ERS is. He's currently on about 10% when the racing point in front of him has pretty much half his battery and is saving through this final sector.
Yeah, he's getting really close now, and these guys are, you know, again, really onto it, and he just is getting a bit closer each time. But Kimi Rai actually sets the fastest lap now, so right, so I think he's going to try and get Mayday Force now.
Yeah, he's been closing about 3/10 on that last lap, so I reckon he's going to be in the DRS by at least the next, by at worst the next lap, I think. Currently the gap is teetering on that 1 second window as Stitch picks up a 3-second penalty. Did he get the DRS? No, not this lap, unfortunately. He's going to be looking to get it on the next lap.
Yeah, I'll say sorry about it. WY6 actually now could have a go on Vlad. He's got the DRS going into turn 5, and you're gonna get him.
Not quite
no,
there.
he's not.
Not quite close enough.
He's almost
there.
there.
And Vlad Red got another penalty that could prove crucial in the end result of the race. Kimi Rai now only 8/10 away from Mayday Force as well.
Yeah, he's like I say, it's not going to make a difference to Luca because Kimi Rai has got a penalty and so does Shaw's, so it's going to be a little bit better going towards the end. So yeah, this is pretty much now Lucas to lose, but the question is who will actually get on the podium with the penalties. So we are getting, but the battle, like I said, is actually all the way down for P5 at the minute. Who's going to get that? So maybe Vlad doesn't have a penalty, but look how close it is. Oh my god, look how Mozzarella getting a bit feisty on the action there, but he's Vladimir's just having to hold on for his. Oh, Luca gets a time penalty.
I think all he's got to do now is just pull out maybe a 3-second, if he can, 6-second gap to Mayday Force, and then after that he will be absolutely set. But I just remembered, doesn't he have a 10-second penalty? So if he.
Oh yeah, good point. Mayday Force does have a 10-second penalty, so Shaw's gonna get the podium at the minute.
I mean, I did get it on stream, so that may be removed, but not too sure.
Sorry, in the background, Rafiki and Stitch. Stitch goes around the outside into turn 1.
Oh, very nice move. Very nice move to get up into P8 of the race. And Watcher 6 is going to be even closer to the rear of that Alfa Romeo onto this next straight. He doesn't have a lot of ERS though, but nor does the Alfa Romeo, so they're going to be pretty close into the braking zone. Is he going to be able to get him? He just has a little look, tries to scare him off the racing line, but not quite able to do that. With the battle for second, it's now very, very just 4/10 less between the two protagonists for that second and third place spot. I would imagine that before penalties are applied, I think Shaw's is looking pretty comfortable for that third place before penalty decisions take place.
He's actually getting really close onto the back of. Oh no, sorry, Kimi Rai was getting close onto the back of
Mayday Force, yeah.
Mayday Force. Yeah, and again they are getting really close in terms of at the end. But let's see how they do. But Kimi Rai is still undoubtedly pressuring Mayday Force now as we come up to the final 3 laps with Luca setting it on. But let's see if any more happens in that time. So,
in terms of ERS, I think Kimi Rai has just a little bit more, so if he keeps the pressure on for a longer amount of time, then I think he'll have more energy to deploy at the end, and then he'll have a little bit of extra straight line speed compared to Mayday Force. So I reckon waiting just a little bit will be good for his chances of trying to get into P2 on track.
Yeah, they are. Sorry, I'm just trying to get back on where everyone is, but yeah, sure. I think actually Mayday 4.
And
if
hey,
we,
what's your 6 down the inside of Laverick, pushes him wide, and that's gonna let Mozzarella go around the outside, and there's contact between the rear of that Alfa Romeo and the rear of the Toro Rosso and the front wing of the Alfa Romeo. Does the Alfa Romeo have damage? Nothing from what I could see though. So it looks like What's Your 6 is passed, and that was a relatively clean affair, I would say. A little bit aggressive, but just about fair.
Mozzarella actually almost going into the black then because he looks like he missed the braking zone a little. Oh, in the background, what the heck is going on down there? And Rafiki has got wing damage, and that looks like game over for him. Looks like he'll be able to hold on.
I think the best thing he can do now is just stay out until the end, because he's got a 6-second gap to the McLaren behind, and then just staying out. If he pits now, he's just basically giving up any chance of still keeping P9. He's got at least P10 relatively secure, so I think his best option is just to stay out and not pit for a new set of tyres or a new front wing. Just try and carry it home to the end. But anyway, back to the battle for P2. Kimi Wright is very close to that Red Bull, a little bit closer than before, but still not quite close enough. So the Williams driver must be running a little bit higher aero than the Red Bull, which is which would be very odd to say in real life if you said a Williams has more downforce than a Red Bull.
I mean, a Williams at the minute might not be a Williams for much longer if we're going by what it is. I know, like, all I'm going to say on that matter is it is a shame to see, and I hope Williams, can pull through this. But in terms of this battle, the Williams,
he's made a little bit deep.
Mayday Force made a little bit of a mistake there, so let's see how he does.
I think Kimi Wright also just followed him a little bit deep there, so for now he's not going to be able to attack. So let's go back to that battle for P6 and 7. Mozzarella getting a pretty clean exit. Is he going to use overtake mode 4? Not quite. Unless he goes for something really drastic, yeah, I don't think he's going to be able to get past, and no, he doesn't. Not for the time being. However, he's still got a few more opportunities around the last 2 tours of this Singapore GP circuit.
Yeah, I mean, he's going up now. Oh, there's a yellow flag, and I'm not sure who that's for. But,
Mozzarella. Oh, he's gone deep. I think he's lost his wing. So now Rafiki back up into P8, and Mozzarella with wing damage has just gone into the barrier, I think. He just, I think it must just be a lapse of concentration, which is absolutely crucial. He was on for potential P6, but now is down in P10, and he's pitted. Oh, that's pretty much suicide to his race, and he's retired from the session.
I mean, at least for Orlando now, he'll be able to get points.
Yeah.
So points for everyone today. But saying that, I'm keeping an eye on this battle, because look how close Kimi Wright is on the back of Mayday Force now, and Mayday Force is look how close he is in terms of having to get Mayday. Well, Kimi Wright
he's gone deep,
like
and this is perfect switch, but they're side by side down the little straight. Are they going to be side by side into the braking zone of the next corner? They're both equally late on the brakes. Kimi Wright leaves him just enough space, and he goes round the outside and gets the move done. What a brilliant move from Kimi Wright, capitalising on the mistake from the Red Bull man.
Yeah, Kimi Wright, what an absolute race after being spun around at turn 1. The fact that he's only 4 seconds off the lead, I think it's kind of showed how much pace he's had all day. So my hat off to Kimi Wright for how well he's recovered, and actually the thing is, I don't think it's actually going to matter for Mayday Force with that 10-second time penalty, because he's actually 10 seconds clear of P4. But I mean, he's going to have, I don't think, saying that, he's not going to be able to have another go at Kimi Wright, because I think his ERS is dead.
Yeah, but, Kimi Wright's just got a lot more, and looks to be in control of it and pulling away from the Red Bull as well.
Yeah,
a little bit squirmy on traction as well. So
I was wondering who Scott Twitch TV was. If say shout out. There you go. You just got one. But anyway, back to more important matters at hand. It is Kim. Yeah, you can. It looks like Shaw's is actually Mayday Force. Sorry, he's actually really struggling on these tyres. And actually, I didn't realise that. When did Shaw's get passed by WY6 for P4?
Does he?
That's gone under the radar a little. I didn't realise that because Shaw's was actually battling in this pack. So where the heck has he gone? And but anyway, not to take the spotlight off them for a second, but the spotlight needs to go on to the guy who's in P1.
Luca.
I'm just gonna say pretty much faultless race as he comes up to turn 18 now.
Made absolutely no mistakes. He's done everything he needed.
Yeah, he's done nothing wrong as he comes around the final 3 turns. As he comes around turn 3, up now to the penultimate turn.
He's got one more corner. He's got one more corner to go.
No, it's penultimate final turn now.
And Luca wins the Singapore Grand Prix for round 15 of HTAR. Kimi Rai's going to come across the line, come crashing across the line for P2, and Mayday Force is going to be P3, at least for the time being, but I would think that he keeps that spot. And then just waiting for Watch Your 6 in the Toro Rosso to come across the line, just out of battery for P4 in this race. Sewell's P5, decent drive from him, starting on those hard tyres. Stitch, very close to Vlad right at the end in the Alfa Romeo. Rafiki coming home in P8, and then we're just waiting for the 2 McLarens in P9 and 10 respectively.
Yeah, they're all the game points anyway. So yeah, but there we go. Very entertaining.
An interesting car. I think the best word to describe this race is a race of attrition. I think is the best word to say. If you finish, you score very valuable championship points, and in the constructors that could every last point, even the one that Orlando Furioso is scoring, could prove crucial to the end result.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say then, do we do any interviews, or will that be okay for now? I'm gonna. Do we want to do any interview? No, because I think we've got Luca and Mirai there. We're just watching them for a sec. But yeah, as you said, what a great race from Luca from start to finish of it. But yeah, Kimi Rai with that recovery, honestly a great thing to see. But anyway,
very deserved podium for that that drive.
Yeah, for sure, and nothing to take away from him because he's just done it what he needed to do, start to finish qualifying. He's actually, has he done pole position? Did he get fastest lap as well? I can't remember.
Kimi Rai, I believe, will pick up fastest lap.
Yeah, I didn't really see anything else, but hey ho.
But
let's.
Who would be your driver of the day, as the commentators would normally say at this point?
I'm gonna have to get. I know Luca won, but I'm gonna have to give it to Kimi Rai for that.
The comeback drive.
Yeah, for sure.
I think I would agree in most regards, but I think Luca he was able to control the field, control everybody under that safety car and restart, keep everything cool, calm and collected throughout the whole race, didn't make a single mistake. So my vote would have to go to him for that driver of the day.
Yeah, for sure, and I've got nothing else to say apart from that, so yeah. Anyway, let's get on with interviews if we've got any, but didn't want to show you drag anyone in, or do you want to call it there on the stream, or do you think Luke or Kimi Rai will do one interview?
Not too sure if they would like to go for an oh, hello, Kimi Rai.
Hello.
Well done on that recovery drive. What an absolutely stunning performance from effectively last after that spin at turn 1 to P2. What a brilliant drive from you.
Yeah, hang on. I think his mic just disconnected for a second.
Oh, okay.
Hang on. Is his mic working?
Is everyone's mic working?
No. Hello, Kimmy.
Hello. Hello. okay, I think there may be some technical difficulties for Kimi Rai, so gonna ask Luca if he would like an interview.
Okay, yeah. See if we can get him in as well. At least one of the Ferrari drivers we can get in. I think both. I think they're having the Ferrari master plan meeting. So yeah.
They're just reviewing, setting up their next master plan for Suzuka. So, I think so. Kimi Wright just messaged me saying his connection went. He can still hear us, but he's unable to speak.
Yeah. Okay. I think you're right. Yeah.
So I don't think Ingenio wants to be interviewed. So let's not drag him in. Gonna move Luca into the commentations channel with us. Hello. Hello.
Okay. What's up?
Hello. Surprise interview. Well done, man. Well done. Congrats on the W today. You absolutely flawless drive. Any initial comments you'd like to say about your drive? Because from our point of view, it looked absolutely splendid.
Sad that Kimi Rai got killed. Oh yeah, I killed him. Oh.
He can hear you, you know.
I know.
Oh, okay.
I might be back if you can hear me.
Yeah, we can hear you
Yeah, we can
now.
hear you.
Kimi Rai.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So let's so both of you just give us a brief summary of your races, starting with Luca.
Oh, okay. So basically, 5 red lights and then you go,
Yeah.
I'm kidding. So basically, start a flag. I don't know. I think I didn't lead for 1 lap or 2 maybe, while I was catching shores, and that's only that happened to my race. I didn't fight anyone.
I mean,
Shit.
I mean, it was a masterclass drive. You just controlled everyone, completely dominant. We can't take anything away from that drive. Absolutely, it displays your real skill, and hopefully for that you can get a seat in DMR, if Adam will allow it.
Oh, nice. Why are you making Adam uncomfortable? Huh?
I was gonna say we'll talk about the I was gonna say we do not. I was gonna say Stitch comes up into the Gen 1, but we was gonna say we might be taking some contract negotiations after stuff. But anyway,
Kimi Rai. Oh, sorry. Kimi Rai, your how would you summarize your race?
I think the recovery drive, as you said, just absolutely mighty.
I mean, we can't disagree with you there. Like, you came through the field, avoided all the carnage of the midfield, and were able to get back up to P2, battling, having quite an intense battle with Mayday Force at the end. It seemed that you had just a little bit more drag, so not quite enough to be able to get past on most straights. So good. I would say that the way you pressurized Mayday Force into that mistake was absolutely it shows the skill of a true top driver on F1 2019.
yeah.
Wait, can I move Judy inside? Yeah, I can.
Yeah, sure. Okay, hello.
Ingenio.
Ingenio. So, hello everybody.
Should I just get Stitch in here as well?
Can I just mention something real quick?
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
Mahavir Raghunathan spelt his name wrong on Steam.
Oh yeah, he's doing the race tonight.
Yeah, not the GP, I think. Is it not the GP or is it the Versus one?
Something like that.
GP.
Oh, okay.
That's all I have to say after this race.
Yeah, just move on, and hopefully some point you can get some strong luck. Hello, Mr. Stitch.
Hello.
Hello. From your on board of the race.
That's all you moved me in for.
Oh,
What? Why?
Why
Who
did-
moved Adam?
bear with us a
Well
second.
done.
What the?
Oh dear.
What?
I mean,
What?
what the?
Technical difficulties.
What the hell?
Whoa.
So, just a bit of
This
post-race.
is a complete shit show.
But
Now, anyone that want to know what happened?
Oh.
Yeah, I'll just let him go. let Stitch speak, mate.
Okay.
Let
Okay.
Stitch speak.
Okay.
okay, so Stitch, summarize your race for us.
I mean, I qualified on softs because it was the last race of the season anyway. I think, right?
No, there's still
No.
plenty more. There's still plenty more to go.
Technical
God.
difficulties. I think.
Never mind. Anyway, I wanted to do something special for Singapore. I mean, like go all in. I haven't had any points in 3 races, I think,
So
because
basically, you thought it was worth a risk.
yeah, it was worth the risk. But after turn, what is it? 3, I lost the back end. Since I got a wheel, I lose the back end very quickly still.
Oh, okay. So,
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I'm
Wanna say
getting there.
thanks for that.
Yeah, and then after that, in the middle of the race, I had a battle with one of the McLarens. Put off a massa move, as I like to call it. After that, I lost traction again, spun, damaged my front wing, went in again. Then, out of the heavens, the safety car came.
I think that
And-
saved pretty much everyone's race, to be honest.
Yeah, definitely. And yeah.
No.
And after that, I pretty much stayed clean. I just want to get some points, but I managed to damage my front wing again by being yellow, I think. I just clipped the wall just before the Singapore sling. And yeah, but I still managed to get P7, so I didn't lose any position after that. I managed to I managed to have Rafiki Wolf not overtake me. So yeah, I'm not happy, but I'm still happy I got the points.
Yeah. So
So
overall,
pleased. Okay.
overall satisfied.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, definitely.
Oh my god,
I,
you're right. He has spelled his name wrong.
I think he couldn't get any words in, so he has to. Yeah,
No, I tried it. You can easily get it. Am I allowed to talk about what happened to me?
Yeah, of course. Go
Sure.
ahead.
Yeah. Firstly,
Yeah,
Stitch lost a car in front of me, so that was nice. So no wing.
Oh,
Yeah. Ghosting system doing me pretty well there.
oh my bad.
Then on lap 18, the game just decides to not register any brake or throttle inputs anymore. And then when it registers them, it just keeps them on for 5 minutes. So
That was wonderful.
yeah,
I mean,
lovely race.
That safety cost was gonna save you. So initially we were confused as to why you retired. So that clears that up at least.
I can send you my recording after. It's fucking lovely.
Sure.
Also, I found a lag simulator. Because of it, I obviously tried to go into my control settings and maybe like reset them to reset it. And every time I open control settings, the game would create a 1 second screen freeze for everyone.
Oh, lovely.
So that's brilliant.
Yeah, the
Good
fifth
to
goal
know.
was
This
killing
game
me.
is just well made.
Um,
And yeah, that was my race.
I'm happy I
Game's
didn't
finding
touch a
new
wall.
ways to fuck me every week.
Yeah.
I really want to know what's happening for Japan because it's got to be something absolutely ridiculous.
Flying over.
Like, what's worse than failing brake and throttle inputs and then sometimes them being stuck on? My sim blowing up?
oh,
Yeah.
complete B.
My.
I think for Brazil you're gonna get a complete PC detonation.
Nuke dropped on me?
Just managed to film it when you heard it.
So
That's great.
I probably ought to end the stream there. Thank you everyone for watching Oh, yes, sorry.
What?
On another note, Charles Leclerc got outqualified by Mahavir Raghunathan, so I think we all know who should be in the Ferrari seat.
Hell yeah, dude.
The Lord Ragunathan.
Did you know he's in talks for the 2021 season in F2?
No way.
Is she really?
He actually is. I'm not joking.
Oh, God.
Then I can go kill myself. I could drive better than him.
I'm ready to make memes again.
Wait, will he then have to serve the ban he got in Abu Dhabi?
I think so.
What bun? What bun?
He got a second race ban in Abu Dhabi, but never got to serve it because obviously there's no event after that.
Oh.
Imagine missing the 2021 Bahrain Grand Prix because he got a race ban in Abu Dhabi in 2019. That's brilliant.
So I'm gonna end the stream off here now. So everyone, thank you so much for watching. Next race is Suzuka, where hopefully me and Adam will be commentating and streaming for you live again. So until Suzuka, next week 8 p.m. CEST as always. We have been